everybody. I'm going to make this a responsibility video to two different videos. One is going to be about Corbett Report, when he made the video question of what is your first wake up to. I think it was either false flags, but in general the lies being perpetuated. And essentially, I guess for me, it was as simple as when I was very, very, very young, and Tony Podesta nearly ripped my balls off with his hands. One hand was in the back of my neck, head area, slamming me into a wall in the bathroom of Comet. I think it's either Comet Ping Pong or Comet Pizza, but I think it's Ping Pong. The point is, it is their restaurant. It says Comet, and it's in D.C., which is where I didn't live in D.C., I lived in Arlington, which is across the water. We all just kind of called it all D.C., just because historically speaking, was a part of D.C., Arlington. Anyways, so that woke me up to how ugly the world could really be, especially seeing as after I was drug out by my mother, and whenever she was screaming for cops and whatnot, a cop did come, and aside from Tony saying, I'm quoting this here, go ahead and call the cops, you dumb druggy bitch. We own the pigs from here to Capitol Hill. That's what he said. He said it so loud that he even put his hands on his hips, just trumpeting it like he didn't care. And when the cop did come, there was a cop nearby that heard everything, came over, and even though my mom was screaming to him, he looked at Tony, and Tony said, yeah, arrest that bitch. And immediately the cop obeyed Tony Podesta, not my mother. So, that was two birds in one stone. One, realizing that bad people exist. And two, they can own those who are supposed to serve and protect you. And therefore, those who are designated to protect you could very well be there to harm you. That's the second thing I learned on that day. And since then, everything was just a wake-up trip. A fucked up wake-up trip. I mean, it wasn't the best thing prior to that, because my mother abused me. She would... I'll make another video on that one. Alright, that aside. Second response to the other video, which was by High Impact Flix. And it was a response to H.R. 8 with not just red flag laws, but in general just dealing with weapons and taking them away, infringing the Second Amendment. I didn't even know about the H.R. 8 thing. I really didn't. I didn't get a say. So this, individual, this senator that says that 90% of Americans agree, bullshit. Fucking bullshit. And my only answer to that, aside from his, which was, shall not be infringed, is I, as a United States Marine veteran from 2011 to 2015, I swore an oath to protect the Constitution of the United States of America from enemies, foreign and domestic. If that is enacted and people are losing their rights, I will be forced to uphold my oath, especially domestically. So, let that be out there. Let that simmer in people's minds. And if I get, targeted for this, then so be it. We need to learn when to stand up and have a spine. Because if we just let them walk all over us, you might as well just open up your hands to them and just let them chain you up. Be a slave, be free. So those are the two things I wanted to bring up. Hopefully I won't have to resort to such things. God bless and good luck.